Hello and welcome to the incredibly influential and highly successful podcast. I'm incredibly influential.
And I'm highly successful.
Today is Wednesday, April the 12th, 2023, as we are recording this. We got a lot to talk about this week. Strap in, strap on, if that's what you're into. Can't say I understand it, but I respect it.
Can't say I judge it.
Yeah, definitely. First of all, my tummy hurt. I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Yes, this man's got bowel movements.
Well, you didn't have to say it like that. But yeah, my tummy be hurting. We out here with the tummy hurts.
We're still out here.
We are. We are so fucking back.
Strap your diapers. Some of you.
No. Please don't. Please don't engage in diaper play while you're listening to this podcast. Just out of respect for me.
All right.
Please don't.
Yeah, for you. Why? Because you refuse to use one?
I mean,
even though your tummy hurt?
I could get a lot more work done if I wore adult diapers, is all I'm going to say. But I refuse to out of principle.
Well, we'll test the theory. If you can get through this episode without an adult diaper, I will commend you. But if not, we will have to have a discussion.
A Maxwell commendation. All right. I'll take that. I will absolutely take that.
You know, I don't give these out every day.
That's true. It's true. He doesn't. His praise is hard to come by. But anywho, we gotta fucking get into this.
All right.
Get ready. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Topic number 1. Star Wars Celebration. You thought I was gonna say The Mandalorian? Psh, no, not yet.
I had no idea what you were gonna say. But yes, Star Wars Celebration.
What did you think?
Let's bring it back to the States.
Next one's in Japan.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's even farther.
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
It skips 2024 and it's coming back in 2025.
Bro, I used to go to these when they were in the States.
I went to the one in Chicago.
Fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That was also just a little too far for me too.
Oh,
but
you hush.
You know, I would still be okay with Chicago. I would still be okay with Chicago.
Well, especially since now you have a place to stay. You know.
You mean you?
Yes, I'm just a train ride away from Chicago at my new house. By the way, I don't know if I said this. We're closing a lot faster. So I'm gonna be moving in a lot sooner than expected. So
nice.
Yeah,
if we're gonna talk about things brought up in previous episodes, like you getting a house, I got my chair. I got a new chair. No one can tell.
He got the new. We can hear it. I knew there was something different.
Yes.
It's the new chair.
It's gonna last me 3 weeks.
The lumbar support, baby. The lumbar support.
Oh, it's actually really nice. You have no idea.
Are you gonna bust a nut to how good that chair feels?
No.
Because I would ask that you please don't do it while we're recording.
Yeah.
You know.
I can hold off that long at least. But anyway,
I mentioned before that I've done some pretty degenerate things while recording this podcast.
This is news to me.
No, I told you I've recorded one of these episodes naked, like completely nude. So
you can't tell us which one.
I didn't tell you which one because I've forgotten which one it is. So just enjoy the knowledge that one of the episodes that I recorded with the old co-host was one in which I was completely naked.
All right, I'm glad you have not broadened it to the ones that I've been a part of.
No, because I'm in my basement and
you have a little bit of class in my presence.
No, as soon as I move into the new house, I'm recording everything naked.
Please don't record it naked.
Please
don't record. Please don't record everything naked because there's some things that are best left not recorded naked.
On my Twitch cooking streams where you can actually see me, I will be wearing an apron and nothing else. We're getting off topic.
I'm really scared.
I want you to keep that mental image in your brains as we move on. So
it's gone.
Shut up.
It's back.
Yeah. So Star Wars Celebration, what are your thoughts on the things that were leaked? Or not leaked, but revealed?
It was fucking awesome. This is so hype. I am loving Star Wars right now.
Yeah, we
I don't
saw
know.
some really good stuff.
I don't know where to start. Let's start with Ahsoka, I guess, because that's the most publicly accessible thing you can look at.
Yep.
Best. I'm so hype. They got what's
Ramona
his name?
Flowers. They
Lars
got Ramona.
Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen's brother. Yeah. Lars Mikkelsen. Yeah.
That's his brother. Interesting
Yes.
fact. This is, I'm learning stuff all the time. But he's from Rebels, and he's going to be playing the live action version, and that is the only casting they have brought back. But I am here for it. That is awesome.
I wish they had done that with. I mean, I'm happy with what they did with Hera. We'll get to that in due time. Hera would have been cool, but
Mary Elizabeth
Winstead, aka fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi's wife.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
True. That is true. She was in 10 Cloverfield Lane. She's a good actress.
She's Ramona fucking Flowers.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that was cool. I didn't recognize her under all that makeup initially, so I was like,
I know.
The fuck is Rosario Dawson?
Why does she look?
Bordizzo?
How does Rosario Dawson look worse as Ahsoka than Mary something?
I don't know. I think it's because we've been with Ahsoka for longer.
That's true.
I wish they had made her fucking Montrals bigger. Is that too much to ask? Is that a crime?
I think you're fetishizing Leku.
No, Montrals, not the Leku, the Montrals. There's a difference.
You mean the ear things?
The horns on the top of the head, not the Leku on the bottom. That's because in Rebels they were huge. Because
Are you talking about Ahsoka?
Yes, sorry. I should have made that more clear. Yes, her Montrals should have been bigger.
It is like it's not accurate, but
yeah. I mean, it's fucking Rosario Dawson. There's no way she's gonna be like, I'm walking around with these 3-foot fucking horns on my head. No fucking shot.
I wouldn't either. I was listening to an interview with Ahmed Best, who was like, he was in Mandalorian. He's like a trained martial artist, and he was like, "Yeah, I had to wear Jedi robes, and they were a problem. They were hard to fight in."
Yeah, so a gi for fighting is definitely a lot different than Jedi robes. I will admit.
Yeah, well, I can get like something weighing like 10 pounds or more on your head being like a real pain. But we should have the technology to make it like, I don't know, lighter. But maybe we don't.
Yeah,
maybe this is just, I'm still excited.
The return of the Jedi. How do you feel about that?
I'm okay with it. I'm honestly okay with it.
I fucking love it. She's a really good actress.
I feel really bad for Daisy Ridley for, it just seems kind of like, I mean, I feel bad for a lot of them, the way that movie turned out. But you know what? Daisy Ridley kind of got like...
Not how the movie turned out, about how the fucking people treated her. That's sort of... That's definitely a lot worse.
I mean, it makes sense. She was like probably the most like role-played character, or like the person that people dressed up as the most at conventions is Rey.
Because simple costume, and like all the fucking little girls loved her, and it was great.
Yeah, people really like the character, so they're gonna make a movie about her, and they're gonna use the director who worked on Miss Marvel.
Or Miss Marvel, yeah.
Yeah. Which, you know what? I liked parts of that show. I
liked that whole show, honestly. I was surprised as to how good that show was. I liked it better than Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and probably better than WandaVision, honestly.
I can agree with you on that.
Strong ass show.
I can agree.
Back to shows, because I'm going nuts here.
Yeah, there's so much that they leaked in this one convention. It's fantastic.
Back to Ahsoka.
Yes.
I have a huge crush on the actress who's playing Sabine, and I
Doesn't
want to reveal that. I want to reveal that. I'm a huge simp.
Oh, you're announcing to the world. I think yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's publicly people are doing that. But you know what? She's great.
I have a crush on all three of those women. Honestly.
I'm happy with the casting choice.
Yes.
She was like, there's like a small interview with her. She's like, yeah, getting ready for the character. Obviously, I watched Rebels.
Yeah, she talked about like, oh, it's I've got all the research done for me. All she's got to do is just watch the shows. And
yeah,
cool.
She just seems really chill, and it's it's nice to have like I don't know, fun vibes at these conventions.
I want to go to the beach and like drink a beer with her, and that's it. Just like hang out at the beach, drink a beer. That'd be our first date. So hit me up.
Yeah,
hit me up, Natasha.
There's the obligatory yada yada something from 6 years ago is not accurate to the live action show because her hair is longer, which I think is fine because I think they're doing something with it.
And 10 fucking years since we saw her. Of course her hair's fucking grown out. Jesus.
But I think like she's probably not going to wear her helmet as much.
Probably not. She's not that kind of character. She didn't wear it a lot in Rebels.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
And then what did you think about Ray Stevenson as the villain? I like it. I like that casting.
Yeah, new characters. Very interested in what that's going to be about.
There's a masked Inquisitor, and I want to make a wager with you right now. I want to make a wager with you.
It's Barriss.
No.
Who's it?
All right, so is your bet that it's Barriss?
Clancy Brown?
Oh my god.
It's always Clancy Brown.
I would bust a nut.
Clancy Brown is
Mr. fucking Krabs.
Clancy Brown is in everything Star Wars. That man.
Yeah.
That man is inescapable.
All right, so so your wager is Barriss?
Oh no, I'm not wagering. I'm not wagering that.
Well, I mean, you've pretty much beat me in terms of the other wager we had going. So, I mean, do you want to keep going or what? Because you know that I make very harebrained theories.
No. Please do. I mean, this is kind of the fun part of Star Wars.
All right. So, my big theory, the masked Inquisitor we see is Ezra. It just has to be. It can't not be. It physically cannot not be Ezra, and I think that is my lock of the week.
Crazy.
Not really. Considering I called it just now, it wouldn't be that crazy. If I can see it coming, then it's probably not that hard, because I'm fucking crazy. I make really weird theories. Because I thought my original theory for Snoke was that in The Last Jedi they were going to reveal that he was I think I told you about this in the lead up to The Last Jedi, because this was when we still lived together. Mm-hmm. I thought that Snoke was a Yuuzhan Vong guy, and when they I thought also that even after that, I thought that when Kylo Ren killed Snoke, that would trigger the rest of Snoke's buddies to come in and like get revenge in the galaxy. I figured he was like a Yuuzhan Vong, and like all the rest of the Vong would come in and they would recanonize them. And I was kind of dreading that. I don't
know. That would have still been better than Palpatine.
I don't think so. I mean, I think as far as
I love the Yuuzhan Vong.
I think they overstayed their welcome. I was talking to someone on Reddit yesterday.
Okay. Yes, as you do.
Arguing about Star Wars, as I do. And he was like, I would have watched 9 movies all about the Yuuzhan Vong. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. No, you wouldn't. If you had to watch 9 movies coming out biannually
I don't
So
think I'd
for
even watch 2. I think I would only watch 1
for
about them.
18 years,
Hmm
18 years, you would be watching Yuuzhan Vong movies. You're joking. You are taking the piss. No way. I thought they outstayed their welcome in the first one. I do not think they were.
That would be really interesting if it was Ezra, though. I like that idea. I mean,
Yeah, that's
like
yeah,
like I don't know. I can see it. I
yeah.
can see it.
So Ezra,
I mean, we're gonna find out pretty soon.
yeah,
This show
I'm
comes out in
excited for that.
August. I'm like, we're
Yeah,
really getting like a fill of Star Wars content like this year. It's
yeah.
crazy.
We're
It is
also
so
getting
crazy.
we're also getting a fill of James Mangold content in Lucasfilm properties in the next few years. We're getting Dial of Destiny in what the fuck is that? Is that in 2 months? It's coming out in June, right?
The Indiana
Holy
Jones movie. Yeah.
yeah, Dial of Destiny. Holy shit, I'm so excited. Um, that's awesome. Uh, I love James Mangold. I loved Logan. I think Logan is the best X-Men movie.
Wait, is he
Um,
the one directing?
yes.
Oh, interesting.
So there were
All
two
right.
movies announced. There were or 3 movies announced. There was Ray's movie,
Yeah.
Dave Filoni's movie that's going to tie together the Mandoverse.
Yeah.
I'm excited about
That's
that
kind
too.
of crazy too, honestly, is that he's
Yeah,
going to make a movie
to,
about the live action TV show.
he's
The
gonna
Star
tie
Wars live action
together.
TV show.
No, 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 not shows. He's tying together all of them. I think even Andor.
Oh, so
So
it's going to Oh, what
Andor,
the
Book of Boba
fuck?
Fett,
That's
or
so weird.
so possibly
That's
Andor, definitely Book of Boba Fett, definitely Mando, definitely Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. Wow. That's
I would watch
so
the fuck out of that. Oh,
that's
and
so
probably also
wild.
Bad Batch. Probably also Bad Batch. Because he's like one of the showrunners on that. Of course, he's gonna.
He's
Um,
just like somehow like it's not a cinematic universe like a certain but it's just making the expanded universe one cohesive
connected
film.
thing. Oh my
That's
god, yeah.
so crazy.
It's like what they
Just-
did with the fucking Star Wars Marvel comics, which
I'm
was
gonna
so
be
fucking good. I fucking
yeah,
love those, dude. Do you?
I'm gonna be wrapping my head around that for a
Yeah.
bit.
Like I genuinely, just an aside, I think the Star Wars Marvel comics is the best comics Star Wars has ever had. I'm
Yeah.
including Star Wars Legacy, and I'm including Knights of the Old Republic. I love the Zane Carrick story, don't get me wrong. I love the Cade Skywalker
I don't
story.
think is that Marvel?
They're no, they're Dark Horse.
That's what I thought. Okay.
They used to be Marvel. Back in the day they were Marvel. Then
That
Dark
is
Horse got a hold of them.
that is probably my favorite Star Wars comic.
Legacy
Is the Old
or
Republic. The Old Republic.
yeah, KOTOR's fucking good. I will admit, Zane Carrick is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. The way it ties into the game, the way oh yeah, it's masterful. But I think the Charles Soule Darth Vader run and how it ties into the wider Star Wars thing in
Yeah,
general.
that's the new canon.
Yeah, I love how they've kept it consistent with the movies and George Lucas's vision, which is that Darth Vader is the most powerful Force user in the galaxy. Absolutely 110%. And they've kept it consistent, but they're still doing really weird shit in the comics, and it's great.
I have found it interesting. They have like somehow done so much with the Darth Vader character and still made it like pretty compelling.
Lesbian space Indiana Jones and her 2 robot sidekicks. Fucking kicks ass.
Yeah, who thought that character would become such a big like part of the Star Wars comics?
Yeah. I would
medium.
like to see her in live action, but I'm just fine without it. But I fucking love Dr. Aphra. She's so cool.
Yeah, it's a really good character they made.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting they like introduce her as like a collaborator with Darth Vader.
Fuck yeah.
And it doesn't feel like forced. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
I
great.
genuinely think that that's one of the best things about the new canon is, despite all the weird shit that they're trying in comics, and like despite how expansive everything is, they haven't done what the old EU did, which was just like throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks, and no leashes on everyone. So everyone's there's like huge power creep problems.
Yeah.
There's like 10 people stealing the fucking Death Star plans. It's a whole fucking mess in the old EU, and I'm glad that they've kept a rather tight hold on canon, and
Yeah, if
I
only they
love
could
that.
do that for the movies.
I mean, I don't know. The movies are like consistent at least. It's just now what I don't like is the one person that they've let off the leash. He retcons a lot of things, and I'll tell you exactly who that is. And that's my one big problem with him, and it's Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni retcons the shit out of things, and it's very upsetting. He retconned the way Ahsoka killed that Inquisitor. He retconned that whole story. And he retconned.
To be fair, it is. I mean, okay, there's like, I get it. He like took out the trans representation that was in that storyline. That's not a good look.
Yeah,
That's a bad retcon. I don't know how much I can stand by that, but you know, that is what happened.
I was not a
Uh,
big fan of the retcons to Kanan Jarrus's story because the Kanan Jarrus Marvel comics were very solid as well.
that is another valid point.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
do really like those comics, but I also think that, you know, in service to the Bad Batch story, it
I don't.
worked.
I
I
think
think it
they
was
could have
fine.
done it with any other Jedi. I think. All right, hear me out here. Hear me out.
Who are you gonna use? Who?
Put the Bad Batch on Kashyyyk, and Quinlan Voss gets away.
That would be cool.
Or
That would
or
be cool.
uh, Oppo Rancisis, because he
Nah.
was confirmed to survive. The
Yeah,
Snake Man.
but it's not as like, I don't know. We got one episode with Quinlan Voss in the Clone Wars.
Oh yeah, that is. We got lip service in Obi-Wan Kenobi, which you have to admit is pretty fucking cool.
We did. That is
Confirmed to
true.
survive. Confirmed.
That is true. He's just a fan favorite with good reason. I mean, yeah, that's a cool idea. But at the same time, I do like Kanan's character kind of existing within the Star Wars animated universe,
I think.
just in these like chapters, because it gives you some consistency in the narrative to that degree. I mean,
I think.
obviously, it sucks that
Yeah,
that comic is really good, the
it's
Kanan
so
Jarrus
good.
comic, and I don't think like, honestly, I think the way it's written, you can still kind of have a headcanon that that's what he goes through, even though,
Yeah, I guess
you
it's
know, it's
just
a
like.
different planet. I know.
But the impact of her death is a lot weaker.
I mean, it's
Uh,
just more brief, you know.
well, it's more brief, but we don't get the like. They're sitting at the camp. There's like a big character beat right before between Kanan and Deepa, which doesn't work if they're in the middle of a pitched battle when it happens. I think it works a lot better when they're in like a soft moment.
I
And
get what you mean.
yeah, I don't know. I think it's definitely. Is it a good?
Is it a good retcon? Is what you're
No.
asking.
Is it a good retcon? No.
What are
Um,
you asking then, if that's not the question?
like, uh, it, is it good enough to where like you can accept it that like is the final product, that first little segment in that episode, is it worth getting rid of the comics? Is it worth it to retcon those comics just to have the Bad Batch uh in on collar with Kanan and Deepa?
You know, I'm I'm good with it because, and this is why. It's because the comic still exists. It's not
It
like you have like deleted it from history.
you've
You can read
deleted,
the
but you've
comic.
deleted it from Star Wars history, and I think it had some very interesting lore implications on Kanan himself.
Yeah, it did. It did. It had a good expansion on Order 66, but I think like I don't know. I've been riding with the Bad Batch. I'm gonna take its side
It's
on this one.
I maybe this is because I'm not as big a fan of Bad Batch, but I don't think Bad Batch is worth losing a Marvel comic. Even one of the weaker Marvel comics, it wouldn't be
I
worth it.
yeah, I
Like the
that's
Chewbacca
okay.
comic, like the Chewbacca comic, I could do without it, but I still don't think the Bad Batch retconning it would be good.
Yeah, I kind of skipped on that one. I'm not gonna lie.
It was okay. It was a fun, neat little story. I like
It's
a good
good.
Chewbacca story. He's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, he is good.
Um, anywho.
There's so much. Okay, can we talk about everything that's coming out this
Yes,
year?
we gotta be real quiet.
So this
Acolyte.
month, this
Oh,
month,
Acolyte's
Jedi
next year.
Survivor. This month,
Yep,
Jedi Survivor comes out.
pre-ordered it. Already pre-ordered it. I
Yeah,
know I
that's
shouldn't, but I did it
yeah.
because
You're
that way
never
nobody
getting
else has
those.
to.
You're never getting those $90 back, no matter what you
I,
tell yourself.
but nobody else has to do it because now I can just be like, okay, it's worth it, or okay, it's not. I think it's been the longest like 2 months of my life since
The
I fucking pre-ordered it and to when it's coming out. It really
yeah,
is.
yeah, because they delayed it.
Oh my god. They delayed it after I pre-ordered it, right? So I was like, fuck, I gotta wait another month on top of this. It so apparently they've got a fuck ton of planets lined up. It is like like it's bigger than Red Dead Redemption 2. I want to make that clear. I want to stress that.
Is
It
that
is a
is that
larger
confirmed?
5 gigabytes larger on PC than Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 is 150. This is
Yeah,
155.
but it's really just for all the goatees and beard customizations.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean Cameron Monaghan with the beard, absolute win. 100%. Um
They needed to
apparently
give me more goatee options in the deluxe edition. It's not worth
yeah.
the extra.
So all right, so they're adding so many fucking things, dude, for real. They're adding so many things. I don't
I
want to
mean,
get too
okay.
much into the story because
I
I have been staying away from it.
yeah.
So if you've been watching it, I don't want to I want to be like almost completely blind. But
Have
but
you
in
read the
terms of
book?
gameplay, I did not read the book, but I hear Grease lost an arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. And also apparently Marin is queer, and I mean, fucking no shit. a, a society of all women who uses men as breeding and doesn't see them as equals. No fucking shit, they're gonna be lesing out. No fucking way. Do you get that clue from fucking Captain Obvious? Damn. You solved the case, Sherlock. But yeah, people were getting their panties in a twist that Marin likes women. Was it that she's bi or is it she's full les?
I don't know. I really don't. I don't know.
Okay. Well, what are the what do they call someone in Star Wars that likes women? Do they call them a lesbian? Because Lesbos is a place in real life, and that's where the term came from.
I
So
think
is there like a
they call it a scene short enough you can delete for Chinese audiences.
oh fuck you. That's too close to home. That's too close to home.
It's actually on the ball.
All right. Visions 2. Star Wars Visions Volume 2. What do you think?
Comes out May 4th.
Yep.
They've got they did something really different compared to the last
Yes.
season. Because the
Yeah.
last season they used exclusively anime studios, and now they are all international.
All over the world.
And they look so gorgeous.
They
so
look really
good.
pretty.
Oh my god. Everything looks good. One is a claymation. Are you kidding me? We're getting Star
saw
Wars
that.
claymation.
Now I do wanna say
I'm gonna ask again. I'm gonna ask again.
We are getting Star Wars Claymation, yes.
Are you kidding?
That is really exciting, but
okay.
I think the biggest waste of everyone's time and money in Star Wars Visions Volume 1, I guess there's two, right? I guess there's two. Number one, they should have made sure that all of them were canon. Number two,
why?
Because it feels like I just kind of watched them for like no reason. I feel like they could have tied into the larger Star Wars universe with a couple of tweaks and it would have been fine, but they didn't. So that's just kind of irritating. But my biggest number one, like, why bother is where the fuck is my Star Wars Miyazaki? I want Hayao Miyazaki's Star Wars yesterday.
You should have asked for it last season.
I did. I was like, where the fuck is the Studio Ghibli? I don't care about any of these fucking studios.
They made a Studio Ghibli. They made a Studio Ghibli animation for Star Wars. It's just 4 minutes long.
I want a full Studio Ghibli Star Wars movie, fully canon. I don't care whose dick I have to suck to get that.
I mean, the 4-minute animation could probably be established as canon. I don't think it. Well, it probably is not, but it does. I don't know. It's cute. It's the only Studio Ghibli Star Wars crossover that we've got.
And that pisses me off so much because Miyazaki, I don't like a lot of anime. I think anime is dumb and everyone always says, "Oh, it's a medium," but it always has it's more of a genre than a medium because they all have specific tropes, and you know why? Because they're all based on one fucking property, which is based on the works of one man. That's right, Disney stole anime from fucking Walt Disney.
This is going in a direction I was not.
So basically,
following.
There should be more Disney anime in general because they literally stole all of their style from Walt Disney drawings. Like Walt Disney's Snow White, Sleeping Beauty influenced Kimba, and Kimba influenced everything else.
Isn't Kimba that like knockoff Lion King?
It's so Kimba came out first. Kimba came out in like the 60s and 70s.
Yeah. I don't mean like it's
the
just
Lion King did not rip it off. There's a whole there's this channel, and before we go into the ad break, because we do have to go in the ad break, there's this channel called Your Movie Sucks, and if you're familiar with it, obviously.
The video's 2.5 hours long, so I'll take your word for it.
Yes.
What happens in that video?
If you're not familiar with it, he reviews lots of movies, and also he is a furry. And he has a crush on the Jeremy Irons version of Scar from the 90s Lion King. And so when people said that the Lion King ripped off Kimba, he took that very personally, and he created a 2.5 hour long video debunking that. And it was, it's an experience. It's very well researched, very well documented, it's very well put together. But also, I think it's a little bit embarrassing that you did it because you're a fucking furry who has a crush on Scar.
Yeah, you saying that makes a lot of sense now, though, on my understanding of him.
Yes.
This guy wears a Scar t-shirt in, like, everything I see him in.
And then, but his persona is a horse.
This is the whole universe I have not delved into.
Yeah, I honestly think... because the way I was introduced to Adam being a furry was I started watching his videos with his friends, so like Adam and pals, like when they watched the Oscars or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like in other movies, eventually they make references to Adam being a furry. I'm like, what the fuck? No way. There's no way Adam's a furry.
Boy.
No, but he totally is. And then I have talked to, like, on Twitter DMs, I bought trading cards and like other shit like that from his friend Scott Henson, who also has a podcast, and who is in like a furry wrestling league. So I think,
Whoa.
yeah.
I need to see this.
That's my plug here before we go into the ad break. Is check out at not Scott Henson on Twitter. Not sponsored, by the way, but just go check it out because he's really fucking funny. He has a I bought his book and it was really fucking funny. But yeah, just go check it out and
I'll watch some free wrestling.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Go on Twitter, look it up while we're doing the ad break. Yeah, love you.
All right.
This episode has been generously sponsored by skunknuggetparenting.com, run by my own talented mother. Parenting is hard. Sometimes kids and parents are like night and day. It can be very hard to get on the same page with them, and a lot of parents have anxiety that maybe they're doing it all wrong. Luckily, there is a service out there that can help. Skunk Nugget Parenting Solutions is a company that provides parent coaching services, resource referrals, and psychological profiling, along with 24/7 phone and text access in an all-virtual program. Plus, the first consultation is free. In order to get this amazing service, please visit skunknuggetparenting.com. That is skunknuggetparenting.com. Thank you to Skunk Nugget Parenting Solutions for sponsoring this episode. Thank you all for listening. And now, back to the podcast. Hello, welcome back to the show. I hope you guys all checked out Scott. He's fucking hilarious. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yeah, I forgot to mention. I had a nice conversation with him when I was buying trading cards in his book. He's super nice. I think it has something to do with him being Canadian, but he's really, really nice. Super offensive sense of humor, but
oh, so like he would just be like he would fit right in on this show.
Absolutely. He might even be worse than me. Oh my god.
You like market off of this. So
yeah, I know, right? But he might be worse than me, and that's saying something. So if you like that kind of thing, he's really funny. I recommend that, and I recommend the Adam ADUM and Pals episodes that he's in, and then also Adam Plays. Yeah, any Adam Plays video that has a tiger on it, you're gonna have a good time.
We're just sponsoring furries now. That's just what.
He's fucking funny. I make an exception. So, other than that, let's see. I can't think of anything else that we need to mention. Visions 2, Bad Batch is getting the final season.
Yeah, that is exciting.
High Republic's getting its third phase, but I don't think most people care about that.
I don't.
It will be making an appearance. It'll be making an appearance in The Acolyte, but I don't think a lot of people care about that either.
What is making an appearance in The Acolyte?
It's going to be set in the High Republic, and some of the characters are going to be there.
Yes, that's cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Junis Suetamo is going to be in there.
That's true. From Squid Games.
He was in Squid Games? Really?
I mean,
yeah. Anywho, he was the new Chewbacca. He's the new Chewbacca after Peter Mayhew couldn't do it anymore.
Oh, then we're thinking of different people.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Lee Jung-jae.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Junis Suetamo. Not even the same race. Junis is like Scandinavian, which explains why he's so fucking tall. For real.
So he's gonna be in The Acolyte?
He's gonna be Master Kelnaka, the first Wookiee Jedi in live action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of first Jedi,
mm-hmm.
That's the third movie that was announced at the celebration.
Yes, that's the James Mangold movie.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
Jude Law is going to be a Jedi in Skeleton Crew. And it's going to have a bunch of kids. And I think it's just Star Wars. It's going to be Star Wars Stranger Things, basically. And I hope they don't fuck it up by hiring a bunch of shitty kid actors. But The Leia kid actor was really good. Really, really, really good. Props to her. I'm glad she's getting work, and I'm glad, even if it's in that shitty Boogeyman movie, I'm glad she's getting work.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
she did a really good job.
Star Wars Stranger Things.
It would be cool. It would be cool. Don't get me wrong.
It reminds me of the Lando comic, theoretically.
Yeah, but
obviously with like kids.
I think I just think they're a little bit late to that sort of fad, because there was because the Stranger Things back in 2016, you had gotten to the boarding school at that point, by October, right? Like, we watched it together. Were you there when we watched it? Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it.
But were you there when we like physically watched season 1?
I don't remember.
See, all right. So
I can't remember.
Stranger Things season 1 really hit me because I was like just turned 14 at the time.
I see.
So like perfect. Oh, you were there when I got a signed picture from Millie Bobby Brown, right?
Oh my god.
You were there for that. I have it laying around here somewhere.
I remember. I think I remember that.
I went to Comic-Con. I went to Salt Lake Comic-Con. So I went to Salt Lake Comic-Con. Yeah. But like Stranger Things season 1 really, really hit me pretty well, because it was like, you know, it was perfect time for me, because I'm the same age as all those kids, right? You know, Millie Bobby Brown is like a year
19.
younger than me. She's 19. I'm 20. She just got engaged, by the way. Happy engagement, Millie. Because I'm sure you're going to hear this.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, Stranger Things really hit me. But, you know, I mean, the Stranger Things that came out last year really proved that it can still maintain like the popularity. People are still going to come in and watch it. It's still got the memes. It's still got the quality. You know, the only season that really didn't hit that much in terms of like pop culture impact was season 2. Honestly, I think season 2 was definitely the weakest one, and I think season 4 was really, really strong. They're going to come back for season 5, and that's going to be the final one.
Yep.
So clearly it is still a thing. It's just that it isn't as much of a thing. Because for a while, everything was the Stranger Things formula, where it was like, excuse me, it was like a bunch of like teenage kids. You know, the It reboot that came out, it literally used Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things as well. So that happened. That new Ghostbusters movie that was better than the other new Ghostbusters movie, that happened.
Yeah, I don't even remember that movie coming
also
out.
Using Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things.
Yeah, maybe it's just him. Maybe it's not even the formula. Maybe it's just like
no,
that guy.
No, they did a few of them. It's just everyone wanted.
It's just
to
that Finn Wolfhard is in every single one of them. You know,
he is. Because I mean, do you blame them? I like him. He's pretty good.
He's very good at doing that thing.
He's charismatic. He is definitely like a young Bill Hader, and I think he made a very good choice when he said he wanted Bill Hader to play him, and yeah, I think it makes.
I'm not gonna go that far.
I think he's got the charm, the talent. What he lacks in like being Bill Hader on a comedic level, he makes up for in other talents, because he's also a talented musician. I forget the name of his fucking band, but he's a guitarist of some sort. Yeah. He was in a Ninja Sex Party video, actually. He played young Dan from Ninja Sex Party. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I think that was pretty cool. Anywho, Stranger Things in Star Wars. I think they're relying really hard on that formula, and let's hope it pays off for them, because I would hate for those kids to get like absolutely like hounded for the rest of their lives.
Just don't put Finn Wolfhard in Skeleton Crew. That would make
He's not gonna be in it. He's not gonna be in it. I promise. He's too old now. He's too old now. You know, Finn Wolfhard. I think Finn Wolfhard was one of the cast who was older than me. I think he's like 21 or 22.
Oh my god. Some of these people are like children that look like adults.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, that it is. I mean, hopefully for the Gen Alpha, it's a good little like experience for them. So like the kids, or I guess I don't know, are they younger Gen Z or are they Gen Alpha? They're probably Gen Alpha.
They're pretty young.
I guess if they're born after 2005, they're Gen Alpha. So like those kids they're gonna have that little experience for them, and we had Stranger Things for us, and that's cool. So that'll be a thing. Other than that, I can't think of anything else in at Star Wars Celebration. So yeah, all in all, good fucking show.
I think I rattled my brain out of stuff that happened at that event. But that was a lot. That was a hell of a lot of announcements.
Yeah, I wish I could have gone. Is my one thing. I only went for one day on the celebration where it was at Chicago. I think it was Celebration 20. Yeah, because it's 2019. So yeah, Celebration 20.
I've been to 5 and 6.
I went to, I think, the one in like 2005. My dad has taken me to one of them, and it was from when I was very, very, very young, so I don't remember it all too well. But he went, and he had a good time, and I probably had a good time too. And then he took me to the one in 2019, and it was pretty cool. It was a cool bonding experience because he's the one who got me into Star Wars. He took me to my first theater movie, which was Episode 3. It was, yeah, super cool.
Nice.
So he
took you at 5 years old to watch probably one of the most.
No. At 3. No. Sorry. Maybe 2.5. Maybe 2.5. Because it was May 2005. I'd have been about 2.5 years old.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No wonder I'm so fucked up. I watched Christopher Lee get beheaded at 2.5.
That's like one of the more tame things to happen in that movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I guess.
But he does get beheaded. That is.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was that was cool, and I'm sad that I missed out on this one, and I'm definitely not going to one in fucking Tokyo.
And/or season 2.
And/or season 2.
Season 2.
And/or season 2. We don't need to say anything more about it. And/or season 2. Oh, wait. One thing we need to say. Kino Loy is confirmed to come back. One way out, baby. One way out.
Oh, he's confirmed to come back?
Yes.
Okay.
So I know that's how it's going to tie into the rest of the Mandoverse, because it's all explaining about how Palpatine returned. See, everyone always talks about, oh, Palpatine is just coming back. That's what you all sound like, by the way. That's what you all sound like. Meanwhile, they're not realizing that all of these shows are leading up into that, and it's fucking masterful. It is fucking masterful. I'm really glad that they're doing it like this. So I think Kino Loy is gonna be Snoke. I think Palpatine's gonna be like, you're a fucking bitch, so I'm gonna use your genetics to make the most evil guy in the galaxy. Except I think Snoke was born before the Clone Wars. I think they did say that. So not sure about that. But Kino Loy is coming back. That's all I need to say. And/or season 2. Speaking of things that have seasons, we're getting near the end. We're getting there. It's coming. It's coming to an end. Mandalorian season 3, episode 7. What do we think?
What do we think? Yeah.
Just yeah.
I think I couldn't hold it in.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. All right. I gotta say about this episode, spoilers from here on in. From here on, no non-spoiler talk anymore. It's not safe. Go watch it. If you haven't already, obviously. What the hell's wrong with you if you haven't watched it already? I gotta say, one of the best moments about this episode, there's a really good misdirection. So, Maxwell, do you remember the part where the armorer goes back up to the fleet?
Yeah.
So early on in the episode, I guess. Well, I mean, if you're listening past this point, you've already watched it, so you know what I'm talking about. So, but obviously, early on in the episode, Moff Gideon's like, "I'm gonna kill all the Mandalorians. Come, so cool." By the way, we got Pelion. That's cool.
We did get Pelion.
We got Pelion and Brendel Hux.
Pelion is probably my favorite thing in this episode.
I'm
biased.
Okay. But before we move on from that scene, Brendel Hux was not played by Brendan Gleeson. It was played by Brian Gleeson, which is Donald Gleeson's brother. And that was so fucking disappointing because in all the fan art I've ever seen, Brendel Hux is Brendan Gleeson. And I don't know if you've watched The Banshees of Inisherin, but he's fucking great in that. He's also Mad Eye Moody.
I mean, oh, he is.
Yes, he is.
What?
And Donald Gleeson is Weasley who marries Fleur Delacour.
Arthur.
Yes, Arthur. Not Percy.
To be fair, I think he looks more like Hux.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, and maybe he turns into Brendan Gleeson off screen, but if they don't bring in Brendan Gleeson to play him at least once, I think it's a big waste because Brendan Gleeson in Star Wars would be so fucking cool. But other than that, Gideon's like, I'm gonna kill all the Mandalorians, and then we're on Mandalore, right? We're on Mandalore, and apparently everyone's down there.
Sorry, I'd interrupt you.
Oh yeah, it is Bill Weasley. I don't know
who
played
Weasleys.
Arthur. Yeah, fucking Marley Weasley should use some of that magic to create a fucking morning after pill.
Is there
God
no magic
damn.
condom? Yeah, is there no magic contraceptive?
There's gotta be. Anywho, fucking,
I totally.
Gideon is like, I'm gonna kill all the Mandalorians, and then we're on Mandalore, right? The armor goes back to the fleet. I totally thought that when she went back to the fleet, because there's communications disruption, they set that up. They Chekhov's gun that shit, right?
Okay.
But it turns out it was a Chekhov's gun misdirect, where the fleet was safe, right? The armor goes back up to the fleet, but it turns out the Empire was on Mandalore the whole time, and that was fucking genius. I thought that was fucking really, really smart. I was not expecting them to be on the planet at all. I expected
me neither. The
armor to go up and the whole fleet would be fucking wiped the fuck out by the Empire. But no, the super commandos came in and ambushed them. I don't think it was like, I mean, they were just like, is it other Mandalorians? I feel like they could have introduced them more dramatically, but I think it was a really good misdirect. I think they should have. I think the way that I would have done it is they should have stumbled onto the Imperial base instead of having the super commandos come in and ambush them. I think that would have been a little bit better if they'd have been like, oh shit, and then we would have been like, oh shit, and then everyone would have been like, oh shit, that would have been I just tiny little thing. It would have been just a little bit harder, but a masterful misdirect. I totally didn't see it coming. And the Chekhov's gun works both ways. Yeah. There was like a palpable sense of dread, right? Weren't you like, oh shit, once she goes through that cloud, she's gonna get fucked up. But like, no, she was fine. And I'm like, oh shit.
I didn't even think of it like that. But I see your point that like, yeah, it seems like she's in trouble.
Yeah. And then, so Thrawn mentions, because Thrawn's coming back, we finally got Gideon's plan.
Yeah.
That was cool. Project Necromancer, which is bringing back Palpatine. I think it's bringing back Palpatine. That was pretty cool. Good mention of that.
It's Hux's job, right?
Hux wants clones, and Armitage, who's the Hux from the sequels, kills him because he doesn't like clones and wants normal soldiers. So that's kind of interesting to hear him be like, "Hey, you like clones?" That was kind of interesting. Because like Cordova's character. But
So, like, his father is a fan of clones.
yes, he thought that the stormtrooper program in the Empire was bad, and so the new order should be all clones. Like the new stormtroopers, new stormtroopers of the First Order should be clones, but Armitage thinks that training them from birth, but having them be like genetically different, would have worked better. So he kills him.
I got you.
Yeah. But I thought that was cool. We got to see. They had a few actors for like the Mandalorians who are still on Mandalore, the post apocalyptic ones. Those were pretty cool. There was a couple of actors in there.
Yeah, I didn't know any. I didn't recognize any of them, but I'm okay with that, honestly.
I recognized the captain. I forget what he was from, but I recognized him right off the bat, and I was like,
But
"Oh
now,
shit, I know
now I
him."
now I kind of see why we were given an episode with Lizzo and Jack Black for a bit. Is because we were about to go through like some dark and seedy stuff in the
Yeah,
next episode.
everyone who says that the plot wasn't going anywhere, Axe Woves and Casca Reeves coming back is directly impacting the plot. It's definitely important.
Yeah, I think it's pretty
Yeah,
cohesive.
episode 6 was not meandering. It didn't go anywhere. Uh, uh, and honestly, if you didn't like it, which is fair, I think, in my personal opinion, I'm not going to speak for everyone, but if you don't think like me, you're wrong. I think that this episode more than makes up for any quality issues in the last one. Yeah, I think this was a very solid episode.
I still like
7.
the last one.
I think it's fine. I think it was like a cute little like Blade Runner mystery CSI. Oh, someone did an Orabesh translation right of the thing next to Doc Brown's head.
Did it say Mandalorian?
No, it said something like "This doesn't matter. However, the fans are gonna go crazy. CSI rules," and that's it. Something like that. Yeah, it was really funny.
That is so dumb.
I mean, I'm mad that that's what it says in the universe. I'm mad that that's what it says in universe, but it's fucking hilarious.
I guess if you were gonna put it in an episode of The Mandalorian, it's probably that one.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind if they changed it. However, I think it's really fucking funny that they did that to call out like Star Wars Theory or like some of the other like annoying YouTubers. Star Wars Theory, by the way, can we talk about how annoying Star Wars Theory was about Celebration? Because they didn't invite him and he threw a fucking hissy fit all over it. He's so fucking cringe, honestly. Yeah. So he was beefing with Star Wars dude on Instagram, and that was my first clue that it was like, Star Wars Theory is kind of a bitch. I didn't like his short film. I was hyped for it. I was like,
did not watch it.
Don't. It's a waste of time. And I think he only made like one 15-minute thing. It's not going to go anywhere. But Disney copyrights claimed or struck it because of the music.
That's amusing.
And also it was huge fucking stupid frat guy logic where it's like, they're gonna shoot all the lasers at the Darth Vader, but he's gonna catch them all. You know how Kylo Ren caught one laser and it was really cool? We're gonna have Darth Vader catch like 1,000,000 of them. He's gonna shoot them back. The clone troopers are gonna turn into like Swiss cheese and die. It's so cool. And
okay.
Unironically, that happens. It's so fucking stupid.
I'm gonna take your word for it because I don't think I want to see that.
And
So.
and it's literally a self-insert, right? Because he gets made up in all those prosthetics to play burned, bruised Anakin because he's bald. So it's literally him being a self-insert. And that's why Darth Vader's so OP.
That's
It's
funny.
so fucking stupid. I love it.
That is really funny.
Yeah.
It sounds but like the way you've described it just sounds like I don't watch this guy, but this sounds like everything I come to know about this guy.
Yeah, this is he is definitely like one of the stupider
I don't
the
watch it.
Fandom Menace. So like
Full disclosure.
are you familiar with the Fandom Menace, where it's like the toxic members of the Star Wars fan base? We call them TFM.
That's a pretty funny name.
Yeah, I'm sad I didn't come up with it. But like there's like there's two kinds of people in the Fandom Menace, right? There's people who are really stupid and like don't understand media literacy because they grew up on CinemaSins and Nostalgia Critic and shit like that.
Yeah, pop off.
And then there's like grifters, like right-wing grifters who are trying to make money on it, like Steven Crowder, other shit like that. So you can either have or the quartering. The quartering's kind of both, but he's definitely like a Nazi. Yeah, I think it's fair to say, yeah, he's a Nazi. There's a whole subreddit.
Star Wars Theory is a Nazi?
No, the quartering is a Nazi.
Oh,
Star
okay.
Wars Theory is an idiot.
Okay.
So there's idiots and Nazis. And
all right.
Some Nazis are idiots and some idiots are Nazis, but they're it's usually one more than the other. And Star Wars Theory is an idiot. He's one of those people where it's like, Disney is firing Kathleen Kennedy like every single week.
You
right?
know what? As insufferable as that is, I will still take an idiot.
Yeah,
the Nazi.
I mean, he has some shitty political opinions. But anywho, he's really toxic and stupid, and Disney doesn't like him, so they didn't invite him to Celebration. So he threw a hissy. Oh my god!
Why does he need to be invited?
He probably can't afford to go to London on his own, so he's like, they didn't pay for it, and he's like, and they didn't give me a media pass. It's like, you still could have gone as a fan, dude, but you're no more than that, dude. You're a bald fucking loser who makes videos on YouTube. You've got a lot of fucking subs, but you're just a fucking loser who makes videos on YouTube about how Disney is gonna fire Kathleen Kennedy every fucking 2 weeks, and you think Kathleen Kennedy is gonna invite you to go to Star Wars Celebration. No. You fucking donut.
That part is pretty amusing.
But yeah, go watch it. If you haven't, just like go watch like his like hissy fit videos. Just look it up. Like Star Wars Theory Celebration Temper Tantrum or something like that. Just look it up. You'll probably find it. It's really funny. But anywho, other than that, Mandalorian episode 7, it was really good. It was just really good. But about the wager, they killed Paz. They killed him.
Yeah. Spoilers.
So, unless Bo-Katan at the end of the season, as like the big stinger reveal, is like, "Hey Ragnar, I'm gonna take care of you because I'm actually your grandma."
Ragnar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot you had this theory.
Yeah.
So if she becomes his adoptive mother, it still doesn't count.
No. She is Paz's mother. She and Pre Vizsla had a baby, and that is Paz Vizsla. That is my theory. I'm sticking by it.
Bro, he dead.
He got fucked up by the Praetorians, and they're using a similar version to the my favorite weapon they had, which is like the whip sword from The Last Jedi. That was my favorite variant.
I only saw the pikes that they had.
Well, there was the pikes, and then there was the whip, the chain sword, but like it wasn't, they used it just as the sword. But I thought it was so cool to see them. I was like, oh shit, no way, he's got the Praetorians. That's super cool.
That is like really big.
We're gonna see how the fucking how all the sequel elements came into play, and I'm really excited for that. Also,
it's very interesting. They've really begun to connect the sequels. Like,
the sequels are gonna connect to the final movie directed by Dave Filoni, and it's gonna be one contiguous saga from the Phantom Menace, starting from Tales of the Jedi, because you have to start there, to the Phantom Menace, to Attack of the Clones, to Clone Wars, to Revenge of the Sith, to Bad Batch, to Obi-Wan, Andor, Rebels, A New Hope, or Rogue One, A New Hope, Empire, Return of the Jedi, Mandoverse, Mando movie, and then the sequels. And it's all going to tie together, and I'm really excited to see how it all shakes out. All of the Marvel fatigue that everyone's having, Star Wars is what's like keeping me rejuvenated. You know, Marvel is my like cool off thing, right, from Star Wars. Like I would take a Star Wars show. Yeah. I would take a Star Wars show any day, but if I'm getting Marvel, then it's like holding me over week to week. But like Star Wars, I every single Wednesday I get super excited because I know that we're getting more Star Wars, and I'm fucking so excited to see where it goes next.
No, I'm with you there.
And I'm all right. So we're gonna get some New Republic help. We definitely are.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
This whole show has been about how they haven't been getting help.
No. So at the end of last episode, right? Carson Teva, aka fucking Appa from what's it called?
Last Airbender?
No, Appa from Last Airbender is D. Bradley Baker. D. Bradley Baker voiced Appa, but Appa different from Appa. Kim's Convenience.
Don't know that one.
So it's a Canadian sitcom. It has Simu Liu from Shang-Chi. That's where he got his start. Oh no, he got his start in Stock Images. Then he got into Kim's Convenience. Then he got into Shang-Chi.
How do I not know this show?
It's really good. It's Canadian. It's in Toronto, so that's why. But it's on. I think it's still on Netflix. And he's so good at the Korean accent, but he talks in his normal accent in Star Wars, right? So I first saw him when he showed up in Mandalorian. Paul Sung-hyung Lee, I believe is his name. So like he directed a couple episodes of Mandalorian, I believe, and then he showed up as Carson Teva in season 1. And that was the first time I saw him. Then I saw him in season 2. Then I started watching Kim's Convenience, and it took me forever to it took me until I watched Book of Boba Fett with Mandalorian showing up to where I was like, no fucking shot. That's Appa from Kim's Convenience. And oh my god, he's such a really good actor because I did not recognize the difference. He's so good at that accent, and he's not even wearing like makeup or anything. It's just like I could not tell the difference because even though he looks the exact same, I just couldn't tell the difference. That's
really funny.
Paul Sung-hyung Lee, oh my god, he's incredible. But at the end of last episode, we saw he sent his little probe into the blown up shuttle.
Oh, that's
where
true.
Moff Gideon, yeah.
But now we know that like Gideon's troops freed him.
Yes, the new Imperial Super Commandos. By the way, I was going to make up a point about that when he's like,
so cool.
Oh. When he was like, I've created the next generation of Dark Trooper armor, and it's perfect because I'm in it. And oh my god, that was such a good fucking line. Yeah. Giancarlo Esposito is the hardest motherfucker alive. I swear. That man is the hardest motherfucker alive. It's such a shame that the one time we get to see him as a villain, in a video game. It's in fucking Far Cry 6, so he's completely wasted. But like he's still really good in all the cutscenes too. But he's really good in Breaking Bad. He was really good in all the cutscenes and all the marketing for Far Cry 6.
He was great in this. I fucking love.
And he was
back.
I personally, I think he might be a better villain in Star Wars than he is in anything else. You know, maybe it's because I haven't seen Breaking Bad yet.
Ooh.
Maybe it's because I haven't seen Better Call Saul yet.
It is. I hate to break it to you, but it is 100% because you haven't watched those shows.
But he's really good in this one, man.
No, he's really good. He's really good in this. Don't get me wrong.
I still don't like Katie O'Brien though. I still don't like her.
Yeah, well, but like, I just want to say that like, you've gotta watch those shows if you're like
I know.
If you're impressed by his talent in this show,
I know. I still need to watch them.
You have not seen him be a drug cartel kingpin because
I've seen clips, but like, yeah, I know. I need to watch it. I need to watch it, and I will. However, I think this is hard to beat. He very well might beat it, but I think this is a very high bar. And I think he is one of the more commanding presences.
Star Wars, like it being also Star Wars, just like tickles my heart. But like, I cannot.
Even if this was like Marvel or DC, he would still be the best thing on screen. 100%.
Oh yeah.
He steals the show. He's the most commanding presence in all of these shows.
We are lucky to have
Yes. I think Lars Mikkelsen as Thrawn is going to have a really high bar to beat if he wants to be better than Giancarlo Esposito. Because I watched a couple of the Thrawn episodes. He's good, but I don't think he's that good. I'm sorry. I don't think he's going to be able to top Moff Gideon. Speaking of which, I think I
do. Actually, I do. You brought up something, and I want to catch on to it.
Go ahead.
Which is, he's about to do live action, which is different from from animation. Which like I'm not gonna like say that I'm already gonna presume he's gonna do a bad job, but I have not been the biggest fan of Katie Sackhoff doing
Katie Sackhoff. No. Like I was saying, Giancarlo Esposito is definitely one of the more commanding presences on the show. Any scene that he's in, he steals it, and I think he definitely proved to be a lot better than Katie Sackhoff.
I'm not impressed. Which isn't to say I'm disappointed.
Yeah,
but
it's just this. All right,
I'm not blown away. I'm not.
So, go ahead.
I really think her voice acting is better.
So, yeah, here's my thing, right? What was she in before Star Wars? Because I know, so she got picked for Clone Wars because it was a bit part. It was like for like the one episode, and she was like, she had nerd cred basically. I know she's like a Summer Glau, right? Where she was in like some show. I think she was in like Stargate or something. I'll look it up.
Battlestar Galactica.
She was in Battlestar. Okay, so she was in Battlestar. So she's got a lot of nerd cred. So they're like, oh yeah, we'll get her in, right? Like we got David Tennant who's coming back for Ahsoka. Won an Emmy for that performance in Clone Wars, by the way. That was his Emmy. Not for Doctor Who.
No,
not for Kilgrave. Not for. Oh yeah, didn't you hear him in the trailer?
Shut up.
Hugh Wang, he's back.
I didn't know he got an Emmy for.
Oh yeah, he got an Emmy. He got an Emmy. That's his Emmy. That's his one Emmy. Not Kilgrave. Not Doctor Who. Not fucking anything else. It's fucking Hugh Wang from Clone Wars.
That's so crazy. I need no fucking No fucking way.
But like he deserved it, right? It was really good.
That was a really good performance, but I didn't think he could win an Emmy for it.
I think it's like guest role in a
outstanding performer in an animated program.
Yeah.
Fucking David Tennant as Hugh Yang.
Hugh Yang,
Jedi
yeah.
training.
Yeah.
Damn, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
He better win another. You know what? Fuck it. Give him another Emmy. He's reprising his Emmy award-winning role as Hugh Yang.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, well, you know what? That's great.
Yeah. Anyhow,
but I'm like back to Katie Sackhoff. I don't know what she's doing.
Well,
in the show.
They brought her in because she had nerd cred, so I think they were probably like, oh, she's only going to voice one character. I didn't like her voice acting all that much, honestly. But, nerd cred, cameo, it's cool for people who like Battlestar. I don't. I think Battlestar's fucking stupid.
It's so fucking weird, and I'm saying this, okay? The person wearing a helmet is doing a better performance than the person without a helmet.
Yeah. I don't think...
I'm
yet
like
another reason why Battlestar sucks.
I'm watching these two people in the in the live action show, and I'm like, bro, Pedro Pascal is like in another league.
He is smoking her ass.
It is like it normally wouldn't be so bad, but it's just worse because she's standing next to an actor who's so good at what he's doing.
I think Pedro...
it's more obvious that she's just, I don't know what she's doing. I don't know, and I'm not like trying to say I know everything, but I mean, like, I've taken a couple acting classes.
You've been in some pretty decent sized things.
But I'm like, aside from that, like, I can't be the only person seeing this and going, this is not great. This is not the take you should use. You should give this person some pointers. You should be like, hey, let's break down what's going on here and your character and that face you're making, because it's not reflective. I don't know how someone can look so happy doing so much shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Here's my theory. First of all, Battlestar is shit. All the actors from it are shit. Fuck Battlestar. It's just a rip-off of Star Wars.
I watched the first part, and I kind of stopped after that.
Yeah, because it's an inferior ripoff of Star Wars. But second thing, she already made her character in voice acting, and I don't think she thought she was gonna have to reprise it in live action. So she already has a concept of the character in her head from voice acting. She has no idea of the physicality of it. I don't think she had to mocap it or anything like that. Because most of Clone Wars was not rotoscoped.
That's like another thing too. Is like, she's like worse in this season than the last season too.
It's because we're seeing more of her. She's getting more lines.
It's just, what the fuck, man? It's like the biggest gripe I have with the show, and I wish I did, but I can't stand it. I can't, and I need an outlet to let it out. And thank you for having me on the show.
So, and I'm paying you to be here. Damn, you should be paying me. Shit, I can be making more money.
I need my points heard. I need my Star Wars opinions heard, because I haven't heard any discourse over her performance, and it is not it. It is not it.
All right, so like, I don't think Pedro has been doing super well this season. Honestly, I don't think he's been getting any good moments to shine. I think my favorite moment of his in the last season is when he repeats Moff Gideon's speech to him. Where he's
that
like,
one's pretty good.
That when he actually gets to like, it means more to me than you will ever know. Oh my god, the way he hit that line.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. No, I honestly like I don't really discredit like I think he's actually still doing pretty well with what he's juggling with. But
Yeah, I
he's
just don't
also
think
like
he's getting anything. He has no material.
yeah,
Oh, they
that's what I
officially
want to
said
say.
they officially said that the title of the Mandalorian is not him anymore. It's Bo-Katan.
Did they really say that?
Yes, somebody actually said that.
His lines in the season have been like a lot of well not like a lot, but like they've been expositional. And
Yeah.
there's not a lot of there's not
It's like,
like
did nobody watch the last? Well, I don't think they watched The Last of Us as they were making this, but we all watched The Last of Us. Everybody and their mother watched the fucking Last of Us. My mother's watched The Last of Us, right? We all know how good fucking Pedro Pascal is. We all know. There's no reason to like not let him do his fucking job. He fucking eats when you let him, so let him. But Katie Sackhoff is not that good of an actress, honestly. I think I think it may be because just lack of competence on her part. And it may be because of the voice acting to live action transition, and it may be because Pedro has, he started this in live action. It's his character.
yeah.
And he's had time to mold it and like shape it and really get into it, and he's never had to make such a big transition like that. So I think that might have something to do with it. But like, also he was able to do Joel really well, and Joel's not his character. Joel is Troy Baker's character, and I think he does just as good a job as Troy Baker.
Yeah, I mean, I think he also makes it his own character.
He does. There's a difference of like aura between them, but all in all,
I am seriously lost with what Katie Sackhoff is doing to her character.
I don't know if maybe she had plastic surgery, because I know I've said before she looks good for her age, but I think maybe she got some plastic surgery recently, and I think that might be something to do with it. But yeah, no, I don't think she. Oh, well, she was in that really bad Netflix show. I forget the name of it. It's not Altered Carbon, because that one was good. I think it was The Expanse. It might not be The Expanse, but I forget the name. It also has Justin Chatwin, who was Goku from the really bad Dragon Ball movie. So the one that they were in together, she was in that, and she was very bad in that. So
I don't know what show that was in, but that is disappointing to hear.
And it's whatever. Nobody cares. Go watch Altered Carbon instead. Apparently that one's good. It's on my list. So, but yeah, Katie, not great. I don't think she was a strong enough character to have this whole season be around her. But
yeah,
good news is it's almost over.
She's in the whole season too. That's like
good news is it's almost over. Also, it's
the other problem was that it'd be fine if she wasn't in the whole entire season, and I had to be reminded.
Okay, we're gonna run really long on this episode, and that's fine. But I think we need to move on from how shitty Katie Sackhoff is.
Okay, yeah, I've had my fill. Thank you.
All right,
thank you for my talk.
Grogu. Yeah. Grogu driving IG-12. Sorry, IG-12. He's able to comprehend yes and no. He's fully fucking sentient. Why can't he speak? I think we're going to get it by the end of the next episode. I think we're going to get Grogu talking by the end of next episode, but I don't understand why he can't just say yes and no. Because his species has normal vocal cords.
I'm okay with like silent characters, but that's the other thing too, is that Tales of the Jedi recently gave us another character that's the same species of Yoda that talks. But
Yaddle.
Yaddle. But up until that point, we have never heard a single other member of Yoda's species talk.
Yes. All right. So it just really quickly, like less than a minute. What do you think about George Lucas only sold Star Wars to Lucasfilm? One of the conditions was we never find out about Yoda species, where they come from, what their name is, whatever. What do you think about that? Yes or no? All right, that's fine.
That's fine. Yo, remember when he named the homeworld of Obi-Wan's planet
Stu-John? Yeah, yeah. George Lucas does not give a shit about the lore. That's the funniest thing. Everyone always acts like George Lucas is so fucking uber serious about it. He calls the Gungans Goongas. He calls them laser swords instead of lightsabers. Doku. He calls them Doku. Fucker does not care. He does not give a shit. Fucking calm down. Nobody takes it this seriously. Jesus Christ. But like, yeah. Other than that, we know that Yoda's species can talk. We know that they can speak basic.
Shit. So, okay. I was just confirming it. So, you know how I told you I went to Celebration 5, right?
Yes.
And I got up at like 3 in the morning to get in line to see Jon Stewart and George Lucas dish it out. And then all of a sudden, Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill come on stage, and everyone's pants blows off. But apparently, during that convention is when George Lucas said he's from the planet Stu-John. So I was fucking there. I was there.
That is pretty cool. I think I might have been there too, as a very small baby. I think I might have been there too.
I was there at the birth of Obi-Wan's homeworld.
That's pretty good. That's pretty epic. Yeah, I miss Carrie Fisher so much. She would be taking the fucking piss out of all these fucking sequel haters so much. I know Mark does.
We were robbed of that.
Mark is like a more wholesome Carrie Fisher, right? I love Mark, but God, I miss Carrie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to a real one, for real. But shit, man, I think I think we're gonna hear so speculation for the final episode, right? So this is coming out on Tuesday. Everyone's gonna hear it, and then it's gonna go into Wednesday. I think we're gonna hear. Actually, let's. I'm gonna write this down. We're gonna do some checklists here. I'm taking this fucking uber seriously.
Your Mandalorian bingo sheet about to pop out.
Yeah, so for the Kael list, and then we're gonna have the Maxwell list. So Kael list number 1, talking Grogu. Let's take turns. All right, so talking Grogu, check. What do you think?
Shit. Yo, Mando stays captured.
All right.
Doesn't escape.
Mando stays captured. Okay. Carson, Teva, saves the day. And for you?
Oh man.
Do you think Moff Gideon's gonna die in this? How many more seasons of Mando are left? Because I don't remember if we got a date on when the Dave Filoni thing is gonna come out.
We don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, what if he destroyed Navarro?
Holy shit.
What if he fucking destroyed Navarro, man?
I don't think that's gonna happen because they're on Mandalore. I think they're on Mandalore. I don't think that's gonna happen, but
my evil heart wants it to happen.
I totally thought Carl for a split second today. I thought fucking Carl Weathers is gonna get his shit fucking rocked. There's no way Carl Weathers is gonna live through this. So I kind of agree with that.
That would be interesting too, yeah, because like
he's not long for this world.
I think we can kill some more characters, right? Like
yeah, because we killed Paz. I think maybe Axe. No, I don't know. Because he's going to fly to the fleet. I think it's going to... All right, so my next prediction is Axe will come close, but not die. So I think he's going to make it to the fleet and almost die, but he's not going to fully die.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you think we can stretch this out to 5 speculations, or do you want to keep it at 3?
Thrawn makes a cameo.
Thrawn first appearance. Okay. All right. So Thrawn first appearance. I don't know if I have anything else. Do you?
Oh, I kind of want to keep spitballing here. I don't even know what's going to happen, but...
Me too. Honestly, for real. I don't care if this goes over. I don't fucking care anymore, dude. Fuck structure. Fuck the rules. Fuck the system. Fuck you. And we still gonna do a big red button.
Yeah, you gotta think of that.
We'll find out what that animal was, or the thing that captured. We find out what captured Din. I want to find out what it is. I don't know what it is, and I want to find out what it is. Yes, but it's pretty obvious that since that the Empire is here.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, I do have a theory.
Yeah, go ahead.
Have a theory. The Mythosaur fights Gideon and his army. They get the Mythosaur on their side.
Oh yeah, that's definitely. I agree with that. There's no way. Chekhov's Mythosaur. Yeah, Chekhov's Mythosaur.
Let's go.
So the thing that captured Din is Imperial. Is one of my theories. Maybe those like weird monkey things turn out to be mutated Tong. Weird monkey things.
We're really reaching here.
Or mutated Tong. So Mythosaur fights Gideon. Weird monkey things are mutated Taung. I'm still gonna put in the Bo-Katan. It just said no Katan. It just autocorrected to no Katan. Yeah, I agree, Apple.
No
Bo-Katan is Paz's mommy.
Bo loses the Darksaber again. Make it happen, Dave. John, you're out there.
I don't think they have time to change it in literally less than 24 hours. But oh my god, it's so fucking funny.
She cannot have it. She can't. It just doesn't work. She can be the best. She can be the best combatant with that sword. It doesn't matter.
If she loses it again, I want her to just be like, God. I want her to be like, what the fuck? I want the first F word in Star Wars to be, what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
why can I not keep this?
We already got shit. Really?
Yeah, I'm mad about that. Honestly, I think that's stupid. I think we got sex, we got underwear, and we got shit in all of 3 episodes. In all of 3 fucking episodes of Andor. Maybe even 2. But we got sex, underwear, and I'm mad.
Yeah, my kind of Star Wars.
I am furious. All right. So, do you have any more theories? Because I have one thing I need to share about Wikipedia that I think is really funny, and then we'll move on to the bigger button.
We go back to Tatooine.
Yes, we will go back to Tatooine.
All right, now I'm done.
All right. Back to Tatooine. I mean, to be fair, it is not the worst theory in the world because this was made a while ago and people, maybe they didn't quite get the whole thing about nobody likes going back to Tatooine. And they already did go back to Tatooine a little bit. So, maybe. But, all right. So to run down our list, for me, we each made 6. I said Talking Grogu, Carson Teva comes back and saves the day. Axe will come close but not die. We find out what captured Din. The weird monkey things are mutated Tawoong, and Bo-Katan is Paz's mommy. And you said Mandalorian stays captured, Navarro gets destroyed, Thrawn shows up, the Mythosaur fights Gideon, Bo loses the Darksaber again, and we go back to Tatooine.
Love it. I love it.
Fucking print it. It's good. It's good. Yeah. All right. What do you say? If more predictions come true for one of us than the other, who wins? What do we get? What's the prize?
Fuck.
How about, because the 20 was already for Paz's mommy. How about we say $30? $30.
I want to do something more fun than just money for this kind of challenge.
How about one of us has to do a cosplay of our choice?
Oh, I have an idea.
Yeah? Go ahead.
Someone has to do the Han Solo dance.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
shit.
Yes, this is the challenge. Have to learn it. You have to learn the Han Solo dance, and you have to do it, and you have to film it.
And it goes on our Twitter and Instagram. God
yeah,
damn.
it can go on the IHS.
The IIHS podcast on Twitter. Yeah,
yes.
Go follow us there, by the way, because you might have to see that. You might see that.
Awesome.
So, all right, we already know. I think definitely one of those is going to come true for both of us. The Mythosaur obviously is going to happen, and Carson Tiva is definitely going to happen.
Solid.
I'm very confident on that. So now it's like a 5-point game for both of us. We just have to, yeah.
It's an inch race. I love it.
It really is. Fuck. That's good. That's bad, but that's good.
This is so much better than like the fucking every other season finale of The Mandalorian. Is this like
this really adds a fucking really awful fucking spin to it. I'm gonna be dreading it so much, but I love it. I'm loving it.
I'm here for it.
This is the kind of content you only get here, folks. Mm-hmm. But I think all in all, very excited for next Wednesday. It's less than 7 days now, and I can't wait. Yeah, and we'll talk to you. I guess
the big red button this week.
No, we're doing a big red button. We have to.
Oh fuck! Oh shit!
I mean, it's already over an hour and 35 minutes. It doesn't.
I couldn't stop talking.
No.
All right, what's your big red button?
I didn't have one prepared. You gotta make a list. But I already have a list of ones that we've done, and we've gone through like 50, and I don't want to do any repeats. Even though you haven't answered most of them.
I have. I've just said no to a lot of them.
Well, have you gone through all the big red buttons of all 50 episodes prior to this one? Yeah. So
that would only make one of us.
Yeah. Fuck, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna let you start thinking, and I'm gonna start thinking, and then we're gonna think. We're gonna think real good. We're gonna think real hard. Do you have one yet? We're not gonna pause the recording until one of us comes up with this. This is the kind of content you get only here. You know, you get the Han Solo dance thing, and you get this fucking the two of us trying to brainstorm a big red button question. This is the dichotomy here. This is the duality of this show. The good and the bad. You can't appreciate the light without the dark.
Well,
what do you think?
I had something like what?
I kind of have one.
All right.
I want to hear your idea first, because this is kind of a bit mean-spirited, honestly.
Well, okay. Mine was gonna be like, you become like one of the cutest, adorable things. Like everyone sees you as incredibly cute and adorable, but you can't talk.
Oh, like Grogu. Okay,
like
yeah.
Grogu.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
But you can't talk. You can't do any talking.
Yeah. That's hard. Yeah, that's a good one. Let me just write that down. I write these episode descriptions while we're recording them because I forget
respect that.
if I don't. Yeah. Um. So bigger. So. You instantly become cute and adorable
to everybody.
to the point of being irresistible to everyone,
even
but
Lizzo.
even Lizzo, well, especially Lizzo.
But you can't talk.
But you can't talk. Oh shit, that's hard. What are your thoughts on it? I want to hear. I want to get your sort of point of view on this.
You know, I'm such a loudmouth, but I think it would just add such a fun pivot to my life to be the cutest. You know what? Fuck it. I wouldn't press it. You know why? Because I'm cute enough. That's how I see it.
You know what? I like that optimistic attitude.
It's, I'm not going to be the cutest thing ever. I do say no to that.
You are not nearly as cute as the $1.2 million puppet that they made for Baby Yoda.
I tip my hat, but you know what? I can still say no.
Does it change my current form, or does everyone just see me differently?
You're just really cute. Nothing physically changes about you.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be that much of a change anyway. Hey-o! Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew.
Everyone would be like, oh my fucking god, I cannot stop being with the most cute, adorable thing I've ever seen.
I think I wouldn't be able to do this show anymore. But could I text? Could I text and could I do?
You would just say yes
no.
or no.
I would do binary. I would write in all binary, just ones and zeros. Oh my god, that would be perfect. Oh my god.
Be like fucking what are they called?
Astromech droids. They speak in binary.
I was thinking of a Flight of the Conchords.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And robots.
Yeah, but I could use that and I could be like I could, sugar baby. People would take pity on me. But I wouldn't have to do like sexual favors. So
no,
that would
definitely
so
not.
It would because I'm cute, not sexy. I mean, I'm both in real life. I'm both. But yeah. I think you could make a modest living on that. You could like go on the street.
You would never have to work
again.
Have
a bucket.
You would never have to work again.
Yeah,
you would be so cute. People would just give you shit. That's just how it works.
Yeah. So, all right. I think that is a really, really tough decision, but I think I would. I think I would.
All right.
It would be even less labor intensive than this job, which is already very easy.
Somehow it can still be easier. Just be incredibly cute.
But yeah. I think that is a very, very good point. This is going to be a very fucking long episode for real. They always are when I talk about Star Wars. It's a problem. Hopefully, I've also figured out the title. I think we're going to call it "They're All Star Wars Episodes Now," in all caps.
Just double down.
Yeah.
It's really fun to talk about it.
Yeah, I definitely very glad that I finally get to talk about it. But I do have an idea on another guest that we could get on the podcast, or maybe we could do a crossover or something like that. So maybe just look in the future for that. But for now, I want to thank Justin Connor on Patreon for helping to financially support us this month.
Thank you.
Very, very appreciated financially. we need that support. We use that money. We can, go do cool things. We can go buy Han Solo costumes to do the Han Solo dance.
Yeah, you can buy a digital version of the Han Solo costume.
Yes. NFT Han Solo costume.
For the $20 Han Solo costume.
Yes. So thank you for supporting us there. If you want to support us, patreon.com/IIHS podcast, all one word. It's for $3, you get shout outs at the end of every episode this month. And for $5, you get to watch these episodes early and ad free. That's super cool. Get on it. But other than that, follow us on our social medias. We already shouted them out earlier. At IIHS Podcast. Again, all one word. On Twitter and Instagram. It's the best place to follow us for Q&A, new episode releases. Also, for when we put out the Han Solo dance, because one of us is going to have to
One
do
of
it.
us. We can't all be winners.
We really... What if we tie? If we tied, we both have to do it?
Oh, we'll hit that. We'll hit that obstacle when we come to it.
Yeah.
That hurdle.
All right. So, yeah. Anywho, that's the best place to reach out to us or to get updates from us.
Yes.
Other than that, I have been incredibly influential.
And I have been highly successful.
Are you just going to say it like me every time?
Until I think of something different.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you guys next week.